East Stroudsburg University men's basketball postgame with head coach Jeff Wilson, as the Warriors improved to 15-2, overall 12-2 in the PSAC with a 99-56 win over Shippensburg. And Coach, I know you always say that your team thrives on the defensive end, and that's where you get your offense, but when you score 99 points, when you shoot better than 50%, 12 out of 17 for three, obviously things were pretty good on that end as well.
Yeah, they were. And I think if you go back and look at our film today, you'll find out that a lot of those looks still came out of our defense. I think in the spurts that we had, the pressure was able to get some turnovers that were able to lead to some kick up the wings for Wis Grant stepping in to make some threes. Lamont Tillery on some kicks. It was good to see Lamont make some shots from beyond the arc. Those guys in particular went 6 for 7. So the threes that we took, I thought probably the majority of them came out of transition that were generated out of our pressure. So even though it looks like the numbers are reflective of the offensive end, a lot of that started on the defensive end.
You mentioned the spurts. You had one in the first half and one in the second half. In the first half, 20-1 over just over 5 minutes, from about 13 down to 8. And again, in the second half, when Ship got the 24-point lead down to 18, he came back 19-1 again over 5 minutes. And particularly, a lot of your runs tend to come right in the middle of the half. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think that when teams come into any half or any game, they have a set on how they want to attack your pressure, and obviously during the course of the game, both teams are going to have to make adjustments. We're going to have to make adjustments to what other teams are doing against us. If they're having some success, they're going to try to make the other. I thought the fact that we got very good bench play today. We scored 48 points off the bench, and some of the young guys had some accelerated rolls. I thought that was a big key for us. But in particular, those runs, when the other teams have to go to their bench and the tempo stays high, that type of thing, now you have people coming in, and we do press 2 different ways. So when you're showing people different things and they're having to consistently adjust on the fly, I think that that's given us some opportunities, particularly in the middle of half when people have to go to their bench, and for us to make some of those runs.
When you look at your bench play, Lamont Tillery with 11, as you said, 3 out of 3 from 3. Wes Cherry with 9, Malcolm Richardson with 8, Mohamed Ukaba with 8. So it was coming from a lot of different places. And then you balance that in with Wis with 18, Terrence King with 14. We've always said that your style, doesn't always generate a 20-point score, but you get a bunch of guys who are able to fill it up.
Yeah, and it was good to see some guys. We got the opportunity to give some of the young guys an opportunity tonight. I thought some of the guys that you talked about, Malcolm Richardson with Blair Ramsey injured, he had to play some minutes tonight. I thought he did a pretty good job. He got a little bit wild with the ball. He had 6 turnovers. I'm not real happy with that, but he did a good job of scoring the ball. He did a good job defensively. I thought Wes Cherry was very good off the bench tonight. He did a very good job defensively. He got out. He was able to score a little bit off the glass, off the drives. So I thought that he did a nice job. DeJohn Tommy, even though it's not going to look like it in the statistics, he did a very good job on Dylan Edgar in the post, being able to wall up behind him, use his length, not give him too many good looks. So they're the 3 freshmen. Mohamed Ukaba played great off the bench. He gave us a lot of energy. Was able to score 8 points, and then, like you said, Lamont Tillery going 3 for 3 behind the arc. If you get that kind of production off your bench, you're going to be successful.
You talk a lot about the pressure on defense for the last 2 games. 52 points allowed against Millersville in the win, 56 tonight. Shippensburg, 18 turnovers, a couple below what you usually force. Obviously, your half-court defense, once they get it over, has been pretty good too.
It's been pretty solid, and when you get some leads, people have to go away from what they're doing. They're trying to score a little bit faster to try to get themselves back in it. And I think Shippensburg, with only 6 assists tonight, that's indicative. They started driving the ball. We took them out of some spacing, so they went from trying to pound it inside to Edgar, who did end up with 13.7 rebounds, but he's the kind of guy coming in here as a center that can go get you 20 and 10. So by getting a lead, the guards kind of took the game over and kind of nullified him a little bit, which was to our advantage.
You had the 2 home wins this week over Millersville and Shippensburg. Now you go back on the road for 2 next week at Bloomsburg and at Westchester. Obviously, you said you won 9 straight on the road against conference teams and 7-0 this year. Isn't it a little adjustment mentality going from your home floor? Now you're going to be on the road for the first time in 10 days.
Well, there's going to be a lot of adjustments. The first adjustment is going to be we've been playing without students on any of the campuses for the last 6 weeks. Today we had a very good crowd here with Alumni Day, and We had a lot of alumni come back, which was great to see those guys. But I'm sure at Bloomsburg we're going to have a crowd. There's going to be a lot more energy there. So that's going to be an adjustment. Going on the road, I don't know how much of an adjustment that will be. We've played well on the road because of our seniors. They've kept us grounded. They've focused on the task at hand. And, you know, this is going to be another week for that. I mean, we have two big games, like you said, Bloomsburg and Westchester. We only can focus on the first one and, you know, let chips fall where they may. But at Bloomsburg, that's always a rivalry. And so we're looking forward to the challenge on Wednesday night.
As the Warriors hit the road, 9 straight wins, 13 out of 14. And tonight, setting a score record was 6 straight wins against conference schools by 10 or more points. So, Coach, congratulations again this afternoon. Good luck next week.
Thank you.